Welcome back to the channel. We're going to continue working on Mighty Mouse here, get these wet springs installed. As you can see, I have the front diff out. Surgery was a success. It's out. We're going to clean all that up inside, make sure we get all the water flushed out of there before we put this back in, replace this leaking oil. This leaking oil seal before that goes back in, so we don't have any more problems there and don't destroy our diff, especially with that precious torque locker in there that makes this thing an absolute animal in the mud. We want to keep this guy good and healthy, so we're going to do that. I got the oil drained, the coolant drained, which all I did to drain the coolant was I popped this hose off our water pump, and let me get to the other side. And this is a drain bolt right here too at the bottom of our water pump. You pull that out, it'll drain the coolant. I put it back in so I didn't lose it. And then I just pulled this line loose here by taking this clamp free. This is what runs to our thermostat. So that's loose. So we should pretty much be ready to start pulling this off. What we have left to do here is our shift motor actuator, shift actuator motor, however you want to say that. We got to take this off, and which is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, and probably some bolts under here we can't see. Take that off, and then it's just a matter of pulling a bunch of bolts around our case, and this should all then pull right off, water pump and all. You shouldn't have to take this off and pull the water pump separate. This should all come off as one unit. So that's what we're going to work at here right now, today, tomorrow, however many days it takes for me to get this done and throw together to a video. You may have noticed back there that we've kind of opened up this back wall into the old building, the old wash house that's fallen down. Because if I don't have enough projects going on with Raging Rhino and now Mighty Mouse, I figured, well, as you can see, my space here is getting full quickly. I have projects to do. The poor Wolverine is sitting out there in the rain because I have no place to put it. So I figured, what's one more project? I started tearing down the old wash house because that is going to get rebuilt as a Hillbilly Garage 2.0. So that's what's going on there. I am filming the process, the entire demolition and then construction of Hillbilly Garage 2.0, which is going to be a Patreon exclusive series. So if you support Appalachian Mountain Riders on Patreon, you'll have access to all those videos and the shenanigans that go with it. If you don't support Appalachian Mountain Riders on Patreon, you can do so for as little as $1 a month and you get full access to everything. I'm not messing around with different tiers, get you different thing. $1 a month will get you access to everything, and of course you can support Appalachian Mountain Riders for more than $1 if you're able to, but you don't have to get access to everything. I got a lot more Patreon exclusives coming up here this year besides just that Hillbilly Garage 2.0 series. So if you're able, can spare $1 a month, I'd appreciate your support, and it's going to get you a lot more extra content. Okay, enough plugging that. Let's get to work on Mighty Mouse. Alright, so we got our gear shift actuator apart, which is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 10mm bolts, and the motor will come off first, and then this plate will come right off. It's just held on there with liquid RTV gasket maker. You have a couple gears that come off in there, no biggie, they just slip right off. And then total on our case we have 15 bolts. So we have 12 short ones, and these 2 big ones are out of right here where our oil filter is. And now this guy should be loose, so we'll give her a couple of hits with the dead blow hammer or a rubber mallet to kind of break her free of the gasket maker, and then she should just slip right off. Fingers crossed. Alright, we'll give her a couple of whacks here. Don't be afraid to hit it moderately hard. You're not going to really hurt the case as long as you're using a dead blow hammer or a rubber mallet. We'll be fine. I can see it's kind of hard to get at different angles here. So I guess now the biggest trick is going to be getting in here, finding some place to get a hold of this. I don't see any pry points. Ooh. Wait a minute, right here's a little one. So there is one right there. If I can get a screwdriver in there, it's to the back side here. You guys can't see it on the gas tank side. Oh boy, but wow, that's a little tricky to get into. Might be able to get to it from back here and maybe tap on it. There it is, but I really can't. I need something longer to get in there that I can tap it. Breaker free, hopefully. Is this gonna do it? Maybe. No, that's not really gonna do it either. Right here's another one. I might be able to tap right there. Exhaust is in the way. Trying to do this without tearing apart more than I have to get at what I'm getting at, and to clearly and easily show you guys stuff. There we go. Oh, look at that. Now, as you can see, this is slipping right off our drive shaft splines down there. Get this up out of the way. Come on, little one. Come on, little P5. You can do it. There goes my phone right into the yuck. Helps if you keep your pocket zipper. Oh, come on. There it comes. Well, I don't know what I did, but there she is. Well, they don't give you any clearance in there to get this stuff out of here. Now, how in the world do they expect you to get that off of that shaft and out? Like that. All right. There is our crankcase cover. Bearings look good. Let's put this where it won't get dirty. Alright, now as you can see, now that we got the case covered off, right here is our wet clutch. As you can see, this slides free of our weights when it's not moving, but as this spins under power of the motor, these little arms right here that are spring loaded basically, or I guess held back by springs, as this spins and centrifugal force pushes these arms out, it's what grabs our wet clutch plate and then sends the power to the ground. This motor has roughly 2,000, oh, let me see, what's my current mileage? I don't think I'm quite at 2,000. I know everything's going crazy because I don't have stuff. Okay, I'm at 1953. So, pretty much we're at 2,000 miles. And stuff looks pretty good in here. You do see a little bit of heat on our wet clutch right there. Yeah, a little bit, but it's not awful bad for the mileage. That is not awful bad at all. It's really just got this one spot right there where we have some heat. But not too bad. The abuse I put this guy through, I'd say not too bad at all. So, next thing we gotta do is to remove our wet clutch so we can work at it. As you can see, it has a I don't know if you can see or not. If you'll be able to make out that dip there, you can kind of see it. If I don't get the light too close. And this is a stinking captured nut that they divoted. I hate those. They're an absolute pain to take off. So that's going to be a pain to get that off of there. But that is what we got to get off next. Shouldn't be too bad. That's just a thin metal ring around that. Get in there with the screwdriver. I will take this bolt off. I'm not sure the size at this moment. I will let you know once we get this off. And that should pull off, and then it's just a matter of taking this to the bench, which I currently don't have much room on. We'll make enough room. And swapping out springs.